call a criminal my lawyer up and tried this. Start a riot to protect himself. But that's not what you want. If Terrell's death really changed you, now it's time to tell the truth and see how people take it.
Back when we used to do. I knew where to get this stash. Used to still do it. Thought the real me.
Come on, kitty cats, move. Welcome to Friday night, the 19th. People, some of you might hate me because you all don't like cops. But Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. If you go to, I think, Facebook, type in Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, you see, I got screenshots that I was sent, but since I don't have a computer, I can't show you them. So I'm sorry, but I want to tell you, you know, I knew Sergeant Hidgon maybe 15 or 20 years. He was a jail guard and all this. Back there months ago, I don't know if you call it a Down syndrome male or retard or somebody who's slow. And the family called the ambulance, I guess to take the person to the hospital. Then the sheriff's department. And then they called Sergeant Tom Hidgon to the scene. And those two officers shot the young man in the back with a taser. And like I say, if you go to Facebook, you can look up, like I say, if you type in Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, you'll find some things that people make comments about, especially the sheriff. 55 days, nothing ever said. Then they said they lost trust issues with Sergeant Tom.
So, we okay?
I'm fine.
I know his family. Hello there. Thank you for the hearts, people. And Hidgon is a good police officer. How many police officers you know that is good? I know you got bad ones out there that shouldn't even be on the police department. That's how come I tell you to go to Facebook. That's where I saw it. I had a lady show me that and all this. And Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, is from Henryville, Indiana, which Henryville is the 19-mile marker of I-65. Sergeant Hidgon in the 20-plus years, he's a cop. He's a deputy sheriff. before he came a deputy sheriff, he was the jail guard at the Clark County Jail here in Indiana. And he's a good cop. You know, I know his family. They're very nice people. Hello, Dragon. Hey, hi. And another thing that, hello, Mary. Welcome. No, you can't be because I don't know you. You haven't been on here long enough for me to trust you. I got trust issues. Sorry. Nope, sorry, I can't. And I tell you something else about Sergeant Tom. I'm going to call him Sergeant Tom. He has, in the 20 plus years he's been on the no, I'm not a cop. I trust cops. You know, I don't trust Clark County. Clark County is crooked. The courthouse is crooked. The sheriff is crooked. The one they got now. If you all go back in YouTube, type in Jamie Noel, Noel. He was the sheriff of Clark County for 8 years. That's 2 terms. He stole over $3 million from the Clark County people. And also, he stole money from the commissary and the fire department in Utica. New Chapel Ambulance Service. You can look it up on YouTube. And also, Scotty Maples, who's a Republican, is he's a Republican. And one thing that Scotty Maples is doing to Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, from Henryville, Indiana, that violating his First Amendment rights. You know, I don't care if your boss is a Democrat or a Republican. You have the right to back any candidate that's on the voting, no matter if it's Democrat or Republican. Well, Scotty Maples got peed because Sergeant Tom, like the other guy, he's more qualified to be the sheriff than what Scotty Maples is. I hate to say it, people. Since I've been talking about this for the past week or so, I've been followed by police officers. And as of today, you know, I went to Charlestown, went to the post office, someplace else, then went to the JC store. Guess what? There was a deputy sheriff sitting in the police vehicle. It was a pickup truck. If I remember right, it was a Chevy. It had the sheriff's star on it. It said Clark County. So I'm making somebody mad. And I can't go with it. Like I say, I know Sergeant real good. I knew him when he was a jail guard, and he was a good jail guard. Then he became a road officer. He's from Henryville, Indiana, people. I found out by talking to people, even the people of Salisbury, Indiana, is mad at Scotty Maples. You know, I believe you can find it on YouTube. I wish I had a laptop. I could show you the screenshots. I could do it, but I can't do it on my cell phone. I'm sorry. I'm not that smart.
Major crime starts now.
And
Right here on
what makes me mad, people, this deal with slow person or not retard. It's hard to how to classify this subject. And the two deputies shot him in the back with a taser.
I asked one of my younger patients to tell me what it was like at home. She didn't want to say.
It's not retard, handicap. Let's say handicap. And
Some sort of deep meaning in it.
55 days later, those two deputies decide to file a complaint against Sergeant Tom Hidgon. The sergeant ain't paying me to do this. I trust Sergeant with my life. He's a good officer. I've seen him help people that no other police officer would help. He will help them. I've seen it with my own eyes. And it makes me mad how they treat a good police officer. Hello, 709. Yeah, I'm early. Because I'm pedo. But I'm going to try to keep it rated PG. I had a lady show me some things on Facebook while I was out this morning. All that makes me mad. Because you all hear me talk about Sergeant Tom, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. Pepsi Cola. Thank you, Pepsi Cola. I wish I get paid for that. And I'll probably be on here for a long time. I know I'm going to get in trouble. I've done been told through the grapevine. Make sure I drive below the speed limit. Make sure I use my turn signal. Even when I'm pulling out onto the road or out of my driveway. Stuff like that. I'm being watched like a hawk. They want to make sure I screwed up. But I record everything when I'm driving.
So, what do you want first? You want to see the stiff, or you want to know how he died?
No, blow by blow.
Guys, the fight. Sir, we can destroy
Oh, that tastes good.
The killer or killers most likely didn't force their way in.
But I'm asking Smokies, Popo, 5-0, Federal, State to get involved in this. Because I know police officers got unions.
Well, it's a room with a bed, isn't it?
And you all got good lawyers. I don't know who Tom has for a lawyer. I'm hoping that ain't Garbage Can Larry. That's a joke.
Wait a minute.
And
Where are you in all this? Well, Buzz showed me the video later. Look, if you
But,
love context, this
like I say,
is how the upsetting part of the
you can find this, like I say, go to Facebook
finds this rich guy from India.
and maybe it'd be under Scotty Maples or Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, and you see the comments,
Well, what's it supposed to be?
and you see other stuff. But what makes me mad, people, I guess police still get trained in taking care of deaf mutes, handicapped people, slow people, retarded people, Down syndrome people.
It's definitely related.
I think this is what this young man had, Down syndrome. I'm not sure.
That is where Lena first shows up. Lena and the money.
He had everything under control.
There's this.
But
Cash.
to know Clark County people here in Indiana, you know it's crooked. Crooked cops, crooked people in the courthouse. That's a fact. You go back to YouTube, type in Jamie No. You find everything crooked. I've heard through reliable source, which those is police officers. I ain't gonna say who they are, cause I won't get no more information. They know I won't tell you. That the FBI is looking into Scotty Maples and Jamie No. The state only charged them, but the feds is looking into them. And you know the RICO Act is federal. Tax evasion is federal. And I was told in the case, if you all been watching YouTube about Jamie No and the prosecutor and the mean judge Matlock from Salem, Indiana. You know, he's a mean judge. And that whoever cracks first might get off a little bit cheaper. But it's not over with yet. You know, there's rules that the prosecutor in the case with Jamie No supposed to go by. And Scotty Maples broke some of the rules. And your people as police officer, male or female, it don't matter. And Scotty Maples promised somebody the rank of sergeant. He can't do that unless he gets rid of Tom Hidgon, Sergeant Tom. And you all know about merit boards. Now, I think they should change the law on the merit boards. Maybe they should be elected office, you know, let the people vote on it. But like on the sheriff board here in Clark County, Indiana, the sheriff appoints him, the people to the merit board. And he's not going to get a fair thing through the merit board because he appointed them. If they don't go his way, he'll fire them and appoint somebody else. But you people of Clark County, Indiana, little Tammy, hi my friend, how you doing? Welcome. And if that goes bad, and Sergeant Tom Hidgon has a lawyer, it's going to cost the taxpayers. Yeah, I'm doing okay. You know, it's cold. It's cold here in Indiana. I live in what they call the Ohio Valley. You never know, you know, it's been warm. It's been up in the 50s the last couple of days. And this morning, I think it got down to the 20s. And it's cold. You know, I hate being it's cold. And you people, if you don't know it, the Powerball is up to, what is it, $1.9 million for tonight's drawing, I think it is. So if you haven't, go out and buy your Powerball. All you do is spend $2, and that's all. You might get lucky. But the people who needs the lotto won't win. Usually people that wins the lotto got money. People like me and you that don't have money, we won't win. But I'm hoping God will let me win. The past 2 days, people, I'm worried. The past 2 days, God been having me dream about this girl between 18 and 22, a billionaire. I don't know if God telling me to buy a Powerball ticket or what, or is it a sign? It's hard to interpretate that dream. Well, when I came back home, I had a broken, maybe a 6-8 inch piece of wood laying in my driveway. It's rotten. So if it's nice tomorrow, I'll put my rubber boots on and go out and pick it up and put it on the burning pile. And usually in the wintertime, I got a whole bunch of winds and I have tree limbs down on the ground. I just don't pick them up until springtime. I use a wheelbarrow since my riding lawnmower blew its engine up. But I'm asking you people, it's 5-0, to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department here in Indiana. I know you all union people. And I know there's good police officers here in the United States. And you ain't gonna find a better police officer than Sergeant Tom Hidgon. He helps people. You know, I guess, because I've told people about it. There's people that sits back and watch my YouTube channel. I think they put it on their Facebook page. I don't know. And I was told by this guy, he's older than me. He's probably 75 to 80 years old. He retired from a police department. I ain't going to say you what police department. He's upset. And he sent me some screenshots. But since I don't have a laptop, I can't share them on my cell phone. I'm sorry. I would. And after I got... It is far. I'm going to catch heck for this, Samantha. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Help me get my subscribers up. Like I say, I'm 70 plus years old. I got a birthday coming up after Christmas. I had 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, and back problems. I own my own house. I'm on a fixed income. And it's hard for me to live on my budget. But when something's wrong, I'm going to talk about it. Just like last night I got off of here. I'm getting off of Sergeant Tom for a minute. I look at Walmart, looking at laptops, and I scroll down at this one laptop. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Lenovo, I think it's called. Until I saw the third party. It was PC Online. Stay away from PC Online computers. If you don't believe me, people, about PC Online, I think Amazon, Walmart, and maybe Target. I'm not sure about Target. Type in PC Online and scroll down to the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. You will see over 100 complaints about them. You order a new computer. Here's the problem. The computer could be used. This guy found out his computer was used. 7 months old or 8 months old. Out of warranty. And that's what happened to me. I bought an HP computer through Amazon, but now I know not to mess with third-party people on Amazon, Walmart, any places. You know, I won't mess with stuff like that. And you know, I'm trying to educate you all. That's all us old people got to do. Try to educate you people. Who's that subscribe? Oh, Tammy. Okay, Tammy, if I get an email, I will subscribe to you. Sometimes I don't get an email. I don't know why. But most of the people that subscribe to me, I do subscribe back. Because that's what God wants me to do. Just like today, I knew, because cops been following me. That's how come I'm not going to lie, because God will punish me. That's the truth. You know, I'm not going to lie. That's how come I tell you everything. If I buy a computer, like I did back in February, I took you through the steps about it. It was an HP. It came from Amazon, a 17 point, maybe 3 touchscreen with 1 gigabyte of RAM, a hard drive, a good graphics card, and plenty, I think 16 gigs of RAM, or like I say, it comes to computer, I don't know nothing, just like the iPhone. When I can afford it, I'm going back to Android phones. I'm sorry, people. You know, this iPhone S Series, SE Series 3, it's only 64. You all know what that is. When you get a new phone, people, make sure you can get 512 to 1 gigabyte of memory on your cell phone. Because you're going to have to update your apps, and that's going to take away. This one here is 64. iCloud, you know, as well, buy iCloud, but that don't clean your cache or your data on each app. You have to pay for it. I'm not that smart enough to figure out which app I need for iPhone. And I've told you all about my LG ThinQ electric glass top stove that I got a year ago this month. and all the problems I had with it. Remember, people, you buy a smart washer, dryer, icebox, stove, or whatever, microwave. I don't know if they make a smart microwave or not. It has to be updated. Just like computers. Okay, Tammy, you take it easy. Thank you for coming up here. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to your family and your friends. And I hope everybody have a good Christmas. Me, I'm not going to have it because it's not the same without your mother and your dad and go to their house on Thanksgiving, have turkey and dressing, persimmon pudding and stuff like that, and gravy. It's not the same without the family getting together. But I want you people, go on Facebook. Type, I guess I was told you can type in Sergeant Tom. I am. I'm going to stay at home. I don't drink alcohol. I've been sober from alcohol and marijuana 25 plus years. The only drugs I take is for my diabetes, cholesterol, and everything else. I take about 10 or 15 different pills a day. One of my medicine I'm going to quit taking. But I want you people to help people who's not going to have a good Christmas. If you all go back in my description, you see my post office box. I'm going to put it out here. It's Tom Cartwright. Okay. Okay, that's okay, Tammy. You have a great weekend since it's a Friday. Be careful of the snow on the ground. Drive safe. And my post office box is Tom Cartwright, Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. That's my post office box. My PayPal account is Thomas Cartwright Senior, SR for Senior. My Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375 if you want to help out. And I don't, like I say, it's just me. As I say, I started this YouTube a year ago this month doing live streams. God tell me to get on here to help your younger people out. And your younger people comes on here and help us old people understand computers, cell phones, YouTube, stuff like that. Thank you. And also, you people, think a nurse. You know a nurse that maybe works in the hospital. Thank them for their service. They do a lot. You got nurses that works in the ER, trauma care, places like that. They go through a lot. But I'm mad, people. I am mad because of what they doing to Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, from Henryville, Indiana, who's a good person that believes in God and all this. But what Scotty Maples is doing is wrong, violating Sergeant Tom's First Amendment rights. And I don't care who votes for who, but when even he or she has the right. Hello there, welcome back. They have the right to support who they want to. That's a fact. When Sheriff Scotty Maples got on Sergeant Tom Higdon, that violated his First Amendment rights. You know, in my book, I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, I want you all, like I said, you can go to Facebook. You can either type in Sergeant Tom Higdon, Hidgon, and it should bring you up to something. I don't know. I'm not on Facebook. Or maybe Scotty Maples, and maybe it be in his comment section. I don't know. But I got screenshots of people. There's people in Salisbury, Indiana, which is in Clark County. That's the 9-mile marker of I-65. You got Henryville, which is the 19-mile marker. You got where I live in Underwood, Indiana. I say Scotty Maples probably lost over 2,000 votes, Democrats and Republicans, since he's a Republican sheriff. But some of the deputies that I know, they know I won't mention their names, they don't have trust in the sheriff, Scotty Maples. They don't have the trust. How can two deputies shoot a handicapped person in the back with a taser? Like deaf mutes, people who got learning disabilities. How can you expect them? Because they're afraid of cops. I know police officers, I think they still do it. They take training dealing with handicapped people, deaf mutes, people with low IQ. They did take training. I guess they still do. But they shot this young man. Maybe Down syndrome, maybe. I don't know. He's slow. And those two deputies. Yes, I remember you. I subscribed to your YouTube channel, if you remember. And how can two deputies use their taser and shoot the young man in the back? He's slow. I don't know, Down syndrome, retarded, handicapped, whatever you want to call it. And you people out there that do cop things, they got body cameras on. They got body cameras. I like to see a body camera footage of that incident. Hello. How you doing there? I like to see the body camera footage of that deal back maybe August. There's bound to be somebody around me. I'm doing fine. Like, I know there used to be a guy for public safety, Chris and Stephanie. I don't know if they do. They done stuff like this. You know, they done stuff about Jamie Noel, the illegal things that the sheriff, ex-sheriff. Hello, Dumpling Boy Zero. Welcome, my friend. And, you know, on corruption. Clark County is corrupted, people. In the courthouse, the sheriff's department, the prosecutor office, even a few judges. I know I'm in trouble now,
Because he's not my boyfriend.
but since this is all backed up on YouTube, I got my evidence. What if I get arrested or pulled over? It's considered spite. They trying to make me shut up. Just like I said today, a deputy was following me in a Chevy pickup truck. I ain't going to describe the color. I know I had the sheriff's star on it. I had Clark County on it. You know, I'm catching heck for this. But somebody who's smart enough knows how to do this to get the body camera footage. Back, I think it was August of this year when this happened, where they shot this young person who's either Down syndrome or handicapped, slow, whatever you want to call it. Shot him in the back with a taser. That's a fact. So I'm hoping somebody that does cop.
Lena's bodyguard was not for license problems, and roadblocks will only delay them.
I was thinking something a bit more aggressive than a delay.
You said diplomatic immunity would be respected.
And it will. You want to see how it comes?
That's what I did when I got back, people. I done a short video
As soon as possible.
that what I was going to talk about tonight, about Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, with the Clark County Sheriff's Department. I put that in the short video that I've done today. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think somebody put it on Facebook. I'm not sure. But I know I'm going to be in hot water. Well, I love Cape Cod. But here's the deal there, Dumpling Boy, Zero. I'm on my cell phone. I can't do much on my cell phone. I had a brand new laptop that I got in February. I've ordered from Amazon. Here's the bad thing, third party. I want you people worry about third party stuff from Amazon, Walmart, or any place else that use third party people. Especially if you deal with computers. Is PC Online. PC Online is bad. And I look at Walmart last night. And I look at a nice computer, the Lenovo or something like that, until I saw third-party PC Online. Nope. I wasn't going to buy it. I can't afford another. But if I ever get another computer and I have the money, I'm going to Best Buy. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm done doing third-party stuff. I got took once. My son got taken twice by third-party people. And I know it's Christmas time, people. You all probably ordering stuff from Amazon. Be careful of that third-party stuff, especially in computers. If it says PC Online, stay away from it. Stay away from it. Go to Best Buy. Best Buy ain't paying me to say this.
We have so much to be thankful for. When you open your heart to help an animal who's hungry, go online, call, or simply
Oh,
scan this code.
that Pepsi Zero tastes good.
$17 a month. Help feed a hungry animal.
I would love to use cake cut. It's better than Da Vinci.
There are empty bowls that are
But
sitting
maybe
there waiting
Santa
for
Claus
you.
people
These dogs are so
will get me a new laptop.
no other way but a life of suffering.
Like at Lenovo, I guess is how you spell it. You know, what they call a gaming computer. That's what you young people told me. At least 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, and memory, maybe 16, I guess, 8, 16, I don't know. I don't know nothing about computers. That's what
New donors in the next 30 days. Please say you'll be one of them by signing up today. Thousands of lives are on the line.
You know,
Visit
hey,
joinaspca.org.
I'm 70 years old.
Code on your screen with your support.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying
To help rescue animals for us.
about thumbnails and stuff like that. I've seen other people.
Because this situation is so
But I'm using the iPhone
and if you do, we'll send you this
SE Series 3. It only has, 64. You all know what that is. I don't. And it's full.
you will help feed a hungry
And iCloud won't take care of it. That's how come if I ever get the money, I'm going back to Android. That way, I can get the app to clean my cash out and all.
Please go online, call, or scan before it's too late.
You know,
No animal should ever go hungry. And I know you agree. This
you know, I have people told me how to edit,
call or scan this code.
but I don't have room on my iPhone. And my computer, my new HP computer, it's dead. It came from PC Online. And HP won't fix it because it's under warranty. I tell you why, people, the HP won't fix it. Is because PC Online, who's not a salespeople or a technician for HP, they upgraded it. Put a different graphics card, more RAM in it. It voids the warranty. If you all don't believe me about PC Online, type PC Online into your search engine and scroll down to the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. You see over 100 complaints, what I'm talking about.
Student ID, $518 cash.
And you heard people, computers, being held hostage. You know,
I'll go check the manufacturer.
Where's Josh right now?
Getting his rights read to him and listening really hard to a definition.
there's no videos except the one I uploaded today. I erase it later.
So, what you're saying is
But I know on the Android phone,
nothing she did or said.
like I said, I'm 70 plus years old. I got a birthday coming up after Christmas. That when I had my Android phone, I downloaded an app that'll clean the cache out of each app I got on my phone. Delete some other things. That way I won't use everything up in my cell phone. iPhone,
Josh was a scholarship student.
they want you to pay for everything. I think iPhone should give you the app when you buy the phone to clean your cache out of each app and everything else. Hello, John.
After I called him to pick me up.
Well, I'll look into it because I thought they done away with it. I keep seeing advertisement about that.
My dad how he felt. But he was so angry. He said,
Yeah, I get it free with my income and all this and food stamps and all that. I had some good Obama phones. I had some good Obama phones. I think mostly it was Samsung cell phones. I miss my Samsung phone.
why did she do that?
But people, when you live on a budget like I am, and John there living on a budget, it's hard.
He was only trying to protect me.
And John, you see what my title is. Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon. Well, that's okay. Of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. He's been on the Sheriff's Department over 20 years. And I wish a good auditor, because I don't know, but I know they got body cameras. I like to see them bring it up. I think it's back in August. I don't know when in August. That this either Down syndrome, retard, handicapped person, which the family called the ambulance, and the two deputies was having problems. Then Sergeant Tom showed up, and the two deputies tased this young man in the back, assault him. That's assault and battery. And I know there's smart people watching this YouTube channel that knows how to get that body. Yeah, I might look into it. That can get that body cam footage. That surprised me that the TV station, I'm going to mention the TV station, WAVE, WHAS, WLKY. Okay, see you tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe and get my, when I go live with my shorties. Thank you for trying to help me. And WDRB TV. WAVE is channel 3. WHAS is channel 11. WLKY is channel 32. WDRB is channel 41. And hello, Jessica. How's my favorite daughter doing? Merry Christmas, my friend. Thank you for coming up here. I miss seeing you here. I might send you a text on Christmas and wish you a Merry Christmas. But what they done to my friend.
You don't have a job. Your mother hasn't used her ATM card in 7 weeks. Where did you get these $5,100?
I know. But there's only so much I can do. I'm on my cell phone. I need to get me another laptop. To your people, you told me get a gaming laptop, 1 gigabyte of hard drive, a good graphics card, at least 16 of RAM, which I don't know none of that stuff. But that's what I was told to get. And I looked at Cape Cut on video editing. Then I was told about Da Vinci. I was just learning Da Vinci when my computer locked up or taken hostage. You computer people know, like, I don't have McAfee on my computer. You know, you X out of stuff on your computer or you hit the escape button. But McAfee on my computer, I could not X out. I couldn't hit the escape button. All you could do, like you're going to buy, then you can X out of it. You could, after maybe 15, 20 times, my computer stopped charging, then it shut down. I don't know what PC online done to me, but that's what was told by other computer people, that I was being held hostage because you should be able to X out of anything. And they said you was being held hostage until you pay for McAfee. And I ain't paying for McAfee. Okay, you spend time with your family. You know, family's important. Tell your mom and your dad or grandpa or whatever you love them. You know, because that's the only people you got is your family. Family's important. I'm second, but your family comes first. And plus God, you know. Okay, thank you for being here tonight. And thank you for subscribing again. And I'm hoping that I can get 1,000 views. I'm hoping I can get 1,000 views on this. If God's will, I hope I get it. I hope I can get over 200 subscribers tonight. That'll make me proud. Because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by Christmas with God's help and your all's help. But I'm asking your people whose auditors knows how to get body camera footage of that back in August of this year of Sergeant Tom Hidgon and those deputies that tased this young Down syndrome handicap, shot him in the back, tased him in the back. That's assault and battery. You know, from what I was told through the grapevine, I can't tell you who told me, but it was a police officer. That young man wasn't a threat to anybody except himself, not to the police officers. I've seen people with Down syndrome, retard, handicap, deaf mutes, who's afraid of police officers. I know it's changed over time that police officer takes training in cases like this. What those two deputy sheriffs did back in August is wrong. And anybody who watched this, share it on your YouTube channel, because there's somebody out there knows how to get those body cam footage from back in August. You know, still start with, I think it's August. You can find it on Facebook. either under Sheriff Scotty Maples or Sergeant.
I can read our phone calls and I don't miss a thing.
I haven't got any money on Cash App or PayPal yet. I haven't got anything
Confidence to talk
on
on the phone again.
PayPal, Cash App, US Mail,
And showed me
nothing.
it was easy.
Call 1-800-319-6889.
Like I said, people, if you go into my description, you find my post office box. You find my PayPal account, exactly how it is. It's on the card. And my Cash App. I know my Cash App is the $ Tom Cartwright 4375. That I know what my Cash App is, but since
We really need to keep Zycam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam.
yeah, I saw a screenshot that somebody showed me today about his brother. The family is a good family. Scotty Maples is a crook. That's a fact. He ratted out on the sheriff. But from what I've told through the grapevine, through police officers, the FBI is looking into Scotty Maples and Jimmy No of the RICO Act, tax evasion, and stuff like that. Kurt, I've seen him once or twice. Kurt has a sister. They all went to Henryville High School, which Henryville High School is at the 19-mile marker, which is about 4 miles south of me, about 4 to 5 miles south of me in Henryville. And Tom is a good police officer. I know I saw something on one of the news stations, and for what I was showing this morning from a lady, she's on Facebook, she showed me all these comments, even from people from Salisbury, Indiana, who's a police officer. They disagree with Scotty Maples. Scotty Maples does not know how to lead. Sergeant Hidgon knows how to lead. He's a good police officer. You people can get information, public record. You will find in the 20 plus years, he never had one complaint that I know of.
So, better than
And also, John, I tell you else, Scotty Maples is violating his First Amendment rights. That he, off duty in his POV with the other person's shirt on, supporting them, I guess, for sure. Scotty Maples don't like it. I don't care who you are. You're not going to violate my First Amendment rights and tell me who I can't vote for. And I got to disagree with Scotty Maples. When he tells them not to vote for the other guy, that's violating the First Amendment. I don't know how many years ago it happened. somebody got in trouble over it. I can't remember if that was the sheriff's department or who it was, or paid into their pocket, their campaign. I forget where it was.
Differently about me.
I'm waiting for Tom's sister and Curtis' sister to get on here. Oh, like I say, I know Tom. I know Tom for over 20 years when he was a jail guard. And this lady showed me a comment that she knew Tom. And she don't no longer work in the jail because everything going on. You have jail guards, it's quitting because they don't like what's going on in the sheriff's department of Clark County, Indiana. And you have to pass a state inspection. And second, you got to pass the federal inspection. As far as I know, they haven't passed. I could be wrong. But a federal inspection, if you're going to hold any federal prisoners, like people that comes from ICE, you have to pass the federal inspection. I don't know if they passed. I know how jails run. But up in Scottsburg, Indiana, Jerry Gooden, the sheriff up there, this is his last term, he has passed his state inspection and federal inspection with flying colors. I think this is 5th year as sheriff in Scott County, passed all 5 years, maybe 6 years. I can't remember. But he has passed every inspection. Clark County is a different story, people. I've told you the TV stations to look at. Yeah, that's something about Kentucky there, John. Kentucky is a Commonwealth state. Here in Indiana, we got 92 counties. The jail is run by the sheriff. The sheriff is in charge of the jail. Kentucky, the Commonwealth, which I disagree with Kentucky, the jail should be run and operated by the sheriff, not a jailer. And I don't like it. I don't like how Kentucky does that. Maybe Kentucky, anybody from Kentucky, you know, they have jail commanders, but the sheriff tells them what to do. But like in Kentucky where JJ is, the sheriff don't tell the JJ what to do. JJ gets elected to that position as the county jailer. I guess Kentucky will have to change Kentucky Constitution and make it fall under the sheriff is in control of the whole jail like it here is in Indiana and where you live. That's what I believe, people. And just like in Clark County, I've talked to people who've been in jail. They're sleeping on the floor, on mats. And if you ever been in jail, when you flush the toilet, you got to dump, flush. And they leave one room on lock all night where they can go in there and use the toilet. What they should do, have a bathroom that they can unlock where a person can go in there without waking anybody up. I know if I was in jail and I was in a cell block like that, I'd be pretty peed old people. You trying to sleep and somebody's taking a dump, I'm flushing, and you trying to have sweet dreams? I can't go for that. I know you all can't go for that. Why can't the state of Indiana do something about the overcrowding in the jail? And as you all saw on the news last night, that President Trump signed a bill or order, whatever you want to call it, making marijuana from class 1 to class 3. If you all didn't watch the news last night. My son, I don't know if he saw it on Facebook or wherever. I don't know. I said, well, it was on the news last night. It went from class 1 to class 3, which is better. Maybe Indiana in January, will pass medical marijuana. That's what I'm hoping for. Because we do pay too much property taxes. If you people go back to the first state, okay, don't party too hard and get in trouble. Watch what you drink, because somebody can spike your drink. You know, I want you to be safe. You can party without drinking or doing drugs. I'd rather be a live person instead of a dead duck. You know. Okay, I love you all too. Thank you. I'm hoping I can get to 1,000 subscribers. I know I won't do it tonight. Since today is the 19th, so it'll be 20, 21, 22, 23. 5 days until Christmas, people. 5 days until Christmas. And I hope I get my 1,000. Yeah, it will cost taxes to go up. Everything is going up. Like, John, I tell you, in Henryville, in the forestry, which is south of me, they had a prison there in the forestry. I guess you call it the chain gang crew. And Governor Halcom, well, he's not the governor anymore. He closed that down. And it helped when they was there cleaning up the roadsides. You know, up 31, along I-65. They weed eat. They clean up the forestry. They cut trees that was down. But Governor Halcom shut it down. They need to open that back up. And I'll tell you, we got a state hospital. They used to be for the crazy people when I was young, up at Madison, Indiana. That's a woman prison. And maybe it's something like Henryville. I forget how to get to the Madison State Hospital. That's where all the crazy people went. And now it's a woman prison. But people, I found out today, back a year or so ago, this girl named Lisa Tish, I think her name is, she ran over her grandbaby. I think it was over a year ago. Left the scene of the accident where she ran over her grandbaby, killing her grandbaby. When I know Lisa, she was a good person, didn't do drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. I guess she fell under the sword. Well, I was told, but don't quote me on it. I haven't seen nothing on X about it, but the lady told me it was on Facebook that she got, I think, up to 25 years for killing her grandbaby. That means that Lisa Tish, or Tash, she's gonna report. I've heard stuff like that. That she be in solitary confinement. Because they will kill her in prison. You all remember years ago, I don't know if this was here in Indiana or what, where this mother drove her car into a lake and killed her babies. I don't know if it's Indiana or where it was. She killed her babies by driving into a lake or river. I can't remember. And they had to put her in solitary confinement because them other ladies was going to kill her because they killed the babies. That's one thing you don't do. You kill a baby, you're dead in prison. You're dead in prison. You're in solitary confinement. And that's what's going to happen to Lisa. She's going to be locked down 23 out of the 24 hours. I know they got a women prison in Madison, but she won't go to that one because she would try to escape from there. And I don't, maybe the other women's prison is up around Putmanville, Terre Haute, somewhere up around Putmanville, which they used to call that the farm back in when I was young. I can't remember where it was. I don't know if there was 2 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, or what, that they had to put her in solitary confinement because they threatened to kill her. Because you got some mothers in prison that don't go for that. You know. And just like the sheriff, Jamie No, he's in solitary confinement. 23 out of the 24 hours. Because he used to be a state cop, Then he was the sheriff for 8 years. I say they got him in solitary confinement. They have to, 'cause them inmates will kill him in prison. So he's in solitary confinement somewhere in Indiana. I don't know if they would. I don't think he would go to the farm or Putmanville. I know it as the farm. That's what it used to be called when I was young. The state farm where you cows, you grow potatoes, you grow stuff out in the field. Well, a few drunks always told me that's where they went for the winter and plant potatoes and this and that. This one guy, he's dead, and his guard said, "You go out there and dig those potatoes." He said, "Boss, I planted those potatoes." And he's dead up in heaven. He was a good drunk. He'll work his butt off, but he had an alcohol problem. I'm asking you, people, please help out Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon. And you see an interview, if you go back to December the 5th on WDRB TV in Louisville, Kentucky, where his brother done an interview with WDRB back on December the 5th. You see his brother. I want your people, your Popo, 5-0, Smokey the Bear, Federal, U.S. Marshal, look into this. Hello, Clara. How's my friend doing this evening? Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you're doing good on your videos. You know, it takes time. You know, I've been doing live streams for a year this month. I don't know what day I started in December, but I'm old. I got nothing to do. I try to help out younger people, just like your younger people help us out to explain about computers, cell phone, what kind of computer that we need, since you know what we do here on YouTube. I want to thank you young people for helping us. And I just love you all. You're my YouTube family. And we can't do it without you. And I appreciate what you people does for us old people on here. But now I'm asking you people, 5-0, Popo, FBI, because I know there's cops on here, to look into it. Go back and look into Jamie Noe and Scotty Maples. How can you be number 2 and don't know what's going on? I know Scotty Maples got paid by Jamie Noe, probably cash. Did he report it on his tax income? Nope. So there's tax evasion. The RICO Act, that's all federal. So I'm asking the feds to look into Scotty Maples and ex-sheriff Jamie No. I know the RICO Act apply here. I don't think Indiana charged him with the RICO or tax evasion. I don't think that's federal. So I'm asking your FBI people, U.S. Marshals, to look into it. To get Jamie No to go against Scotty Maples, maybe you can offer him a deal to rat out Scotty Maples. No, that's just a thought. But I know for a fact, I've seen it with my own eyes. After Scotty came sheriff, he was hiding something from the state police. Hello, Dick. Okay, you take it easy, Jessica. Make sure you use your turn signals, this and that. Drive safe. I want my daughter to be safe on the road. Go out and get you some Pepsi or root beer or Coke, whatever your favorite drink is. Get it. Be careful. I want your feds to look into Scotty Maples. I know he was hiding something, 7-Up or ginger ale. He was hiding something. I saw Scotty Maples one day driving a pickup truck. I ain't going to say what color. And the SUV, I'm not going to tell you what model or what year it was. And a trailer, I'm not going to tell you what type of trailer. The same thing that Jamie No used to hide things. He was going somewhere between Charlestown to New Washington. I don't know if he was taken to the Rabbit Patch, Hibernia, New Washington, Bethlehem. I don't know. But he was hiding something. I know that was Scotty. I know him when he was a a-hole as a jail guard. And people, we need to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon now, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Office. And I know there's good police officers in the United States. Federal, state, other counties. I know there's good police officers. But I know there's bad ones. But the good ones makes up for it. Just like Scotty Maples. It will make all sheriffs look bad. We got 92 counties. It'll make the other 91 sheriffs look bad. I hope the other sheriff's departments in Indiana, the other 91 counties, tell Scotty Maple to shut up. You're making us all look bad. Because what Scotty Maple's going to do, people, your other sheriff's department here in Indiana, they're going to start looking into your sheriff's department. That's a fact. Because I've heard it through the grapevine. I'm not going to tell you what police department. They're looking into other sheriff's departments here in Indiana. So if you all 91 sheriff's departments in Indiana, I would tell Scotty Maples to shut up and withdraw his complaint. And if you don't, look out. Take my word. They're coming after you all, the other 91 counties in Indiana. They're going to come after you. Take my word. It's not a threat. They're going to come after you. I can't go to 91 counties. I only go to 3 counties, you know. But because of what sheriff does, it makes all your sheriff look bad. Even if you don't live in Indiana, because of what Jamie Knowles did, it makes all the sheriff's department in the United States look bad. That means, in my book, that the FBI is going to be looking into every sheriff's department in the United States. Because if one sheriff's done it, there are going to be more sheriffs out there. Take my word. You don't have to believe me. You all smarter than me. That's what I'm asking you all to do. If you can help Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department here in Indiana, maybe your police unions can help him. I wouldn't want to get Garbage Can Larry. That's a joke of an attorney somewhere in the United States. So, I know I'm in trouble by talking about this on here. Indiana wants me. Lord, I can't go back there. Indiana wants me. Lord, I can't go back there. That's good, John. I remember it. Indiana wants me. Y'all people remember that song? It came out back in the 70s. Indiana wants me. That's what's going to happen. Let you know, people. Went to the post office. Didn't have nothing in my post office box from anybody. No gift cards, anything. But whoever sent me something, I'm not going to tell anybody who it came from, because I respect you all. Yes, I got my socks on. Got my hoodie on from Lincoln City Gifts. I wore the pants. I sleep in my sweats at night. That way I keep my legs warm. Got my temperature sitting on 69. But people, I'm still hoping for Christmas. No, that won't happen. That won't happen. He's too blankety blank tight. He's a tightwad. He's a tightwad. Back in the summer, he offered to make payments on a zero turn from County Clippers or Mountain Clippers or something up in Scottsburg. Never did do that. But I'm hoping, people, Santa Claus, I found out since I've been talking about the sergeant, and it's in Scott County, Clark County, but they don't never comment, but they watch this. And some people knows where I live, but I can tell you my address. You put it in your GPS, you ain't gonna find it. It's impossible. They have you go east instead of west. I'm going to use this as an example. This is not the right address. Number 1 West County Line Road. Number 1 East County Line Road. Why would they have the same numbers on the same county road? This house was built in the 40s. The house on the east side was built in the 60s or 70s. And the guy that used to own the house on the east side, if I got his mail, I call him and he tell me where to put it. Or if I get something, he tell me come and pick it up. That's how we work. But when he sold his house, that a-hole who bought it, keeps everything that has my name on it, my address, the west side, he keeps it. And I guess the post office inspector is looking into it for theft because it has my name on it, my address, the west side. How, he knew it's not his. So that's theft either way you go. Been pushing that with the post office to charge him with theft. So far, in the last year, he stole probably about $500 worth of stuff. And if I get a letter with my address and the person don't live there, I take it to the post office. There's no person by that name lives at this address, and I haven't lived there for 8 years. And I guess they send it back to wherever it come from. That's what I do. I take it back to the post office, no such person at that address. And if I need an ambulance, people, if I need an ambulance, I call 911. They switch me from Scott County to Clark County. Then I have to tell them how to get to my house. Because you can drive up and down the road, you ain't going to find my house. I live on another road. It's not in the fire department book, which it should be. So I'm going to have to go down to the courthouse. I'll be down that way sometime in January, I think. It depends on the snow. And I try to get it changed. It take an act of Congress. Because I had that happen one time. When I first moved into this house, they couldn't find my address. Couldn't find my house. Because they look in the book. It don't show it in the book. Because I don't live on West County Line Road. That's where the mailbox is. But I don't live there. I live on another road. It's stupid. I guess every state and county is like this, people. It's probably like this all over the United States. I'm asking your people, yeah, I know where Clarksville is. Like, they got the Clark Bridge. They're going from Jeffersonville to Louisville. They call it the Second Street Bridge. And that bridge is only made for 2 lanes of traffic. And they made it into a 4-lane bridge. Every time you drive across it, southbound or northbound across the Second Street Bridge, you're looking to have a wreck. If you got a car that got big mirrors, or you got a pickup truck that your mirrors sits out, you're going to get your mirrors ripped off. Clarksville is a nice place. They got Veteran Parkway. That's where, that's where that is. Colgate Clock. And people, Colgate's, before it came Colgate's stuff, it been shut down for quite a few years. That used to be a prison. It was a prison before it came a Colgate plant. They got a big Colgate clock. It's still, they keep it going. A Derby Dinner Playhouse. It's right there in Clarksville. And Colgate, they made toothpaste, whatever else Colgate made. And it was a prison, people, before it was a Colgate factory. It was a prison. I don't remember it being a prison, because I always remember growing up, it was Colgate's. It must have been before the 50s. I don't know. I don't remember when it was a prison. But maybe Colgate's was something like Alcatraz. I don't know. I guess you all people can look it up on the internet, Colgate's, and you probably can find out when it was a prison. I wonder how long it'll take my turkey to thaw out in the ice box. I got my cooking thing sitting in the back seat of the car, because if I bring it in the house, it probably get damaged. That's one thing, people, when I get monetized that I want to buy, it's about $200. It's a great big crock pot that you can cook a turkey in. I know how to use one of them. That way I don't have to use the oven. The one Mom and Dad had, it was like a big crock pot. You had another pan inside of it for a small turkey with the lid. If you get a bigger turkey, you can take that out, put it in there, and turn that other thing over on top of it and use it for a lid. And you could set the temperature. I had a little orange light or yellow light, I can't remember. Then I had a little drawer, I guess, to tell you what the temperature to set on to cook the weight of the turkey. You know, that's been so long ago. I don't know what my a-hole brother done with it. But people, I know I'm going to catch hot water over this video tonight. I don't give a crap. Oh, no wonder I don't remember, because I wasn't born in 1920. Dad was born in 1911. He was born in 1911 when he was born. 1847. That mean it was a bad prison back there then. I can't remember because I'm not that much on history. I had a good history teacher. Yeah, it would make it a century old. I had a teacher in, I don't know if it was junior high or freshman year of school. He was a veteran. I think maybe he served in the Korean War, I think. The first day of class, this history teacher, he told us to leave our books in the locker when we come to the next day. He said, bring a pad of paper and plenty of pencils. He showed us slides, videos, that the film they used back in the Korean War. Maybe Germany? I can't remember. I know it was some kind of war that he was in. I got more out of that history class, and I did that little thick history book because he was in the war. Oh, the girls didn't do too good in history, even the one that made A's and B's. Their grades dropped down to C's and D's in history. Well, my grades went up to A's and B's in that history class. They need history teachers who was in the war to teach history about the war. Vietnam War, Iraq War, Desert Storm. You need teachers like it to teach history. This book, to me, was a bunch of crap and lies. They change it every so often. But by having that veteran as a teacher, that was history. And also, people, when I was in school 50 years ago, and your ladies would understand it, they taught home ec in school. I don't know if that was junior high. It could have been junior high, or it could have been high school. There was a few guys that took home ec in school. I don't think the women liked it. Yeah, when I found out, people, I've been out of school 50 years. And what they tell us in the history books ain't true. And I know you people might watch MASH with Klinger, Radar, Hawkeye, and all this. That was during the Korean War. That's the year I was born, in the 50s. And I didn't learn about the Korean War until I got to that history class with that veteran teaching us about the Korean War. That was history. And it was true. That's how come I watch things on YouTube. It's history of certain wars that I watch and try to educate myself. Just like some of you people might not believe in reincarnation. I believe I was two different people. I believe I was a German. I never took German in school, but when one of my girlfriends had a dog, I speak German to that dog, and the dog would mind me. Then another one that I think I was a reincarnation from is a P-51 Mustang. It's a plane, the fastest plane at the time. I believe I was a pilot in a P-51 Mustang. Because when I was a kid, I got models of P-51 Mustangs. I got books, magazines of P-51 Mustang. And one of those pictures in it was a pilot. And I swear I was that person. I kept it, but since my brother kicked me out of the house and destroyed all those magazines, I believe I was a pilot in a P-51 Mustang. I could be wrong, but I believe in reincarnation. You know, it could be possible. I never took German in my life, but I watched some shows on TV of them speaking German. It seems like I understand what they talking about. If they talk slow, I don't know if I was in a war in Germany or what. I just don't know. But people, you have dreams like that you dream of certain things. That could be where you reincarnated from. I hope everybody bought a Powerball ticket today. Now, I want to tell you about this dream. I dreamed 2 days in a row. It scares me, but it's a sign from God. I know I talk about girlfriends. This girlfriend was between 18 and 20 years old. And she was a billionaire. She bought me a new Jeep, bought me, she helped out around the house, but I was trying to interpret that dream. She was a billionaire. The lotto was over $1 billion, or maybe 1.9 billion. Maybe God was telling me to buy a ticket. So I got in my bucket, my jar, and took out $2. When I went to Charlestown today, I bought me a Powerball ticket. Will that change my life if I won the Powerball? A little. Will I buy property and build me a bigger house? Hot water, no. Because this house I got right now is too big. I buy the property around me. I buy the west side and the south side of my house, the back 40. I would buy that. That's about the total of 10 to 20 acres I would buy. That's what I would do. I would build onto my house, cut a bunch of trees down, put a basement underneath my house, and stuff like that. Build me a garage. And I know I'm going to have to put a new septic tank in because I want to make this house maybe a 5 or 6 bedroom house. The one I like to do with a metal roof on it. Spray foam insulation. I guess you call it the clear foam insulation. Get all the cracks. And geothermal heating I would do. It's just a dream. That dream, and I get to thinking, why would an 18 20-year-old girl spend her money on me and this and that and live with me. The only thing I couldn't figure it out. If I did it, if I dream that tonight, you know, I'm not going to check my ticket. I'm not going to check it. Because if I won it, I couldn't sleep and probably have a heart attack. I ain't going to check my ticket after midnight. I'm not going to check it because I figure out how to spend it and worrying about people come knocking on my door. People I don't know, especially some of my kids. Say, Daddy, can you give me some money? Can you help my husband have a good race car? Probably some ex-wives would pop back up. Nope. One maybe. But she hasn't made any comments lately. Maybe she was falling back in love with me. But that dream means something. I could use that money. I could use it. And I will help out St. Jude's Hospital, Wounded Warriors, DAV, and Shriners, help those kids out. I will buy me a new vehicle like I want. I have to wait on it because I want a vehicle with a standard transmission. They don't make too many trucks or cars with standard transmission. I will get a Jeep. That I guarantee I would if I won the lotto. I would buy a Jeep with a standard transmission. There's a reason behind it. And a pretty blue Jeep. Probably a Gladiator, because I think Gladiator is the only thing that comes in a pickup truck. Maybe Chevys, Fords, I don't know. I don't think they do anymore. I don't think they do it. I don't think they teach PE in class anymore. I don't think they teach wood class or metal shop or mechanics in school. I know when I was in school, they taught auto mechanics, wood shop, metal work, drafting. I don't think they even teach drafting in school anymore. I took gym class, junior high, when I had this teacher helper, Cooper, Thomas Cooper, who's a lawyer. And he was a DEA agent, a cop, Miami-Dade County cop too, DEA, drug enforcement. And his wife is a lawyer, judge. I think she's still a judge. That shows you how much I fought. Yeah, we used to have art classes in school. We took art classes in elementary school. I don't think they do that in elementary school. People, I remember when I was in elementary school, we had a TV up on the stand. You all heard of KETV or PBS. We used to watch it and learn Spanish on it and math on it. Now, they don't have Spanish or French or German or math, anything on PBS anymore. They need to bring it back. I don't think they have home ec in class anymore. I don't know if they teach typing in school anymore. They taught sewing classes. I guess that's home economics or something like that. They teach you how to use a sewing machine, and you make clothes in your sewing class. I don't think they teach that anymore. Or cooking classes. That's changed since we was in school, John. And that's one thing I miss. But it's nice. You know, it was back in. Yeah, we used to make in woodworking. We make cabinets, or dressers, or cedar chests, corner cabinets, gun racks. They don't do that anymore. Why don't our people? Why don't our school system have a woodworking class in school? Learn how to make furniture, gun cabinets, or gun holders for rifles, or chest of drawers. You know, the school could do that. The kids, you all can have like a yard sale or something and sell the furniture that those kids made in school. I'm asking you people out there, how come they don't have woodworking in school anymore? That's another pet peeve that I'm about. But still, we don't want to forget about Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. You can go back to WDRB TV on December the 5th, I believe, and you see Tom's brother. Yeah, algebra. They teach algebra. Heck, when my son was in elementary school, my daughter was in junior high. I didn't know algebra. And I helped my daughter out. I got a few answers right. And my daughter tried to explain it, and we both had some wrong answers, but the ones that I knew, she got right. But I wasn't good in algebra, people. When I was in junior high school, we took general math. The only way we got into algebra, if we made A's and B's in general math, then you move up to algebra. But if you were C, D's, and F's, you didn't move up to algebra. And that teacher's dead, and that was Larry Dean. He was a good teacher. But does algebra work for you kids nowadays? And you people that's 30 and 40 years old, I know you probably took algebra or calculus in school. Does it work for you all now? Because, you know, it's hard. But I want you people you 5 people, federal, state, y'all's unions and your lawyers that can help Thomas Higgins out of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. Like I say, go to WDRB TV News back to December the 5th, and you see them talk to Tom's brother Curtis in an interview. I'm going to go back and look at it, because that's maybe where I saw that. And I'm asking anybody that works for the news media in Louisville or wherever in the United States, can you get the body cam footage? I'm going to say August of this year, where they tase that handicapped person in the back. Can you all do that? I know there's smart people out there, your auditors, that can you do that? If I go down there, they arrest my butt. But I'm not an auditor. I don't know how to go about it. You people that does it every day of the week for your YouTube channel, I like to see for public safety, Chris and his girlfriend get a copy of it. I know there's somebody else in Clark County that does it. It'd be nice if they would get the body cam footage where the 2 deputies used their taser and shot this handicapped person in the back. That's illegal. That, to me, that's assault and battery. So people, I know I got on here early, and I like to get 1,000 subscribers. Okay, people, I'm going to read it. WDRB Samantha Condra, Condra, December the 5th of 2025, updated December the 9th, shows that video at WDRB.com. I want you all to go to WDRB.com and look at that video. Sergeant Tom Hidgon, he's a good cop. One of the good cops, not a bad cop. I know there's good cops all over the United States. I'm asking for your brothers in arms to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon out of the Clark County Sheriff's Department here in Indiana. You know how to go about things. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. You all union people, you got lawyers. I don't know if your lawyers allowed to practice law in Indiana, but I would appreciate it, and the people of Clark County would appreciate it, especially Underwood, Henryville, Sellersburg, and other parts of Clark County would appreciate it if you all would do that. God will appreciate it. And I'm on my data instead of Spectrum, because Spectrum is going bananas. It's going up and down. It's been doing it all week. So I'm using my data tonight. So I want to thank all you people that came up here, maybe from Facebook, X, TikTok, wherever you came from. Thank you. We need to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon, spelling his last name Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department here in Indiana. And tell you something about the merit board. The merit board is chosen by Scotty Maples. He's not going to get a fair hearing at that merit board because Scotty Maples chose him. But people, I tell you, if it goes wrong, there'll be a lawsuit. It's going to cost your taxpayers of Clark County, Indiana, millions of dollars. Just think about it, people. And I know there's good police officers that watch my YouTube channel. You people, share it on your YouTube channels. I want you to help it. Some of you don't like po-pos or 5-0. But when you got a good police officer that bent over backwards to help you out, you have to repay him back and help him out because a crooked sheriff. But the 91 other county sheriffs in Indiana, we got 92 counties. I'm talking to your other 91 county sheriffs in Indiana that if the feds or Indiana State Police gets involved in it or the U.S. Marshal gets involved, they're going to start looking at the 91 other county sheriff's department. They're looking into the other 91 county sheriff's department now because of what Sheriff Jamie Noel did. Now, since Scotty Maples is doing that, they're looking into your 91 counties in Indiana now. It's up to your 91 sheriffs in Indiana tell Scotty Maples to drop everything. I'm asking your people of the United States in law enforcement to help. The FBI, U.S. Marshals, look into the corruption of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. The abuse of inmates. The abuse of that boy they shot in the back with a taser, who's handicapped, disabled, Down syndrome, or whatever. Please, FBI, U.S. Marshal, you news media, look into it. Ask for the body cam footage of it. Please look into it. They also want to violate Sergeant Tom Hidgon First Amendment rights. When he's off duty in his POV and plain clothes, he can wear any kind of shirt he wants to. Any candidate he wants to. Scotty Maples is trying to stop him from doing that, violating his First Amendment rights. Please, let's help Sergeant Tom Hidgon, spelling his last name Hidgon, of the Clark County Sheriff's Department here in Indiana. Please, let's help him. How many good police officers is out there that are good? You know right from wrong. You know if one of your police officers is breaking the law, you go up through the chain of command to stop that bad cop. Sometimes the police departments won't do that. But it makes the good ones look bad when you don't complain. So I'm asking you all, federal, state, U.S. Marshals, no matter where you at in the United States, I'm asking you to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, from the Clark County Sheriff's Office here in Indiana. Please, let's help him. He's a good police officer, over 20 years experience. As far as I know, there's never been a bad complaint filed on him that I can remember. So, you all please help Sergeant Tom out. Get the body cam footage of that night where the two deputies use their taser and shoot this handicapped person in the back. Let's see that video. Your WAVE, WHAS, WLKY, WDRB. Let's see the video of it. Like I say, you can go on Facebook, type in Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon, and it'll bring you up stuff. That's what the lady told me. Bring it up. And you can see even police officers is backing the sergeant up. Because they know Clark County is crooked. The police department is crooked. That's a fact. That's how come I've been followed today by a Clark County deputy. Because Scotty Maples don't like what I'm telling you all. So please, let's help Sergeant Tom out. Like I say, the update by Samantha Condra, Condra, December the 5th of 25, and updated December the 9th of 20, shows the video at WDRB.com. So people, please go watch it. And I'm asking your auditors out there, get that video of them tasing that young man in the back. I think it was in August, but I'm not sure about that. I'm waiting. People, I love you. God wants you to help Sergeant Tom Hidgon out. I want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's early. But thank you for watching. Let's see you all share this on your YouTube video. Because I know you all going to edit some of it. And you probably take some videos from WDRB.com and put it in with this video on your YouTube channel. That's okay. I give you permission to do this for my video. Because you all are good auditors. I know I'm going to catch all kinds of hot water. Like I told you, today I was followed by a deputy sheriff in a pickup truck, had the Clark County Star on it. What's that tell you? I'm getting to somebody. I don't think I have to worry about Scott County. But you know how police departments work. They work for each other. They do them a favor, this and that. I don't drink alcohol. I don't get drugs. I check my brake lights, turn signals every day I go to drive my vehicle. Make sure everything works. I check my tires. I check my oil. You know, just like a truck driver, make sure everything works. I use my cruise control. If the speed limit's 45, I'm doing about 42. If it's 55, I'm driving 50. I'm always driving below the speed limit. Plus, I record. You know, I protect myself. Because Clark County Police Department is crooked. That's a fact. It has been proven under ex-sheriff Jamie Knoll. I love you, foxy ladies. And I thank you very much for subscribing. I could use a laptop for Christmas, like the LENOVO computer, what they call a gaming computer, with a 1 gigabyte, a hard drive, a good graphics card, and like that. That's what I've been told by your computer experts. But remember, people, God loves you. Don't forget about God. But please, your auditors out there, you know how to do things. I haven't seen that on the news. I don't watch too much news there, JM. But one thing I did watch last night, people disagree with me. Trump signed into law on medical marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. But I got a question on it for Popo or any lawyers or paralegal. What will that do to cases that's in court right now for Schedule 1 control on marijuana? What will that do to that? You know, I'm just thinking. Will it do to cases where they're in jail? I don't know that. So, if you people can help me out, I appreciate it. Where I can do more on a laptop, but no third-party laptops. I get screwed every time. Well, I can use CapCut. Well, I can put pictures of what I'm going to talk about. And people, if you go back maybe last week sometime, you see in the background of the Clark County Sheriff's deputies. And you will see Sergeant Tom Hidgon in that picture. So I would appreciate your new subscribers and the people who watch this. There's a whole lot of veterans that got PTSD. Our government has let them down. People, since JM mentioned about veterans, you always hear me talk about it. don't forget to donate to Wounded Warriors and the DAV, Disabled Veterans. Let's help them out. Let's help them out. Wounded Warriors and the DAV, let's help them out. So please, let's help out. Let's help everybody out. This is Christmas time. It's time to help everybody out at Christmas time. I know I live in Indiana, too far away. I gave you my post office box. It's in the description, my post office box, my Cash App, my PayPal. It's everything in the description. So I want to thank you all for watching my video tonight. I want to see how many subscribers I get because of this video tonight. I want to see if I would get 1,000 views of this video tonight. Oh man, I would be happy if I could get 1,000 views for Sergeant Tom Hidgon, Hidgon of the Clark County Sheriff's Department. And I hope you people that watch this can help him out. Your news media that can help Sergeant Tom out. Get the body cam footage where the deputy shot this handicapped person in the back with her taser. Sergeant Higgins had it under control, from what I've been told. So people, I love you. God loves you. And thank you, beautiful ladies, for watching this. And if that dream come true, I wouldn't know what I'd do. If I had an 18, 20-year-old come to me and was a billionaire, like I say, I'm still thinking about it. Why would an 18 to 20-year-old come to me that was a billionaire? That's weird. But maybe it was signed to God to buy a lotto ticket. That's one I did. You never know. But I ain't going to check it until probably Sunday unless they tell on the news that somebody won it in Indiana. And I know where I bought my ticket in Indiana. So I love you all. Remember, it's Christmas. If you can help out, I want my YouTube to do better. I was given ideas, but I don't have a computer to do it on. So I love you all. God loves you. John 3:16, people. For God so gave, I don't have a Bible, but you all can look up John 3:16. I love you all. God bless you all. You all have a good night. I hope everybody has a good Christmas.